What do you see, Anita ji?
Sorry, Babaji?
What do you see this slide, or is it a dark one?
No, on the left side is Srimad Valmiki Ramayana Ayodhyam, 22nd Sarga.
Okay.
And the right side is empty. Okay.
What do you see now?
It's that the left side is a full screen now.
Just full screen, right?
Yes, yeah.
Why in the YouTube, why is it showing dark? We share the screen and see. It's fine now, I think. Why in the YouTube, why is it showing dark? Normally we wait for 3, but today surprisingly nobody else has joined. Okay, we'll at least start till we'll start with the Prarthana Shlokas and continue. Vinayaka Namastubhyam Satatam Modaka Priya Nirvignam Kuruno Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyamaha Siddhir Bhavatuno Sada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Ramanama Varanane Apadamapahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Shri Ramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha Shri Raghavam Dasharathatmajam Aprameyam Sitapatim Raghukulan Vayaratnadipam Ajanubahum Aravinda Dalayataaksham Ramam Nishachara Vinashakaram Namami Shri Raghurama Charu Tulasi Daladhama Shamakshamadi Shringara Gunabhirama Vijaganmata Shaurya Ramalalama Durvaru Kabandha Rakshasa Virama Jagajjana Kalmasharnavottaraka Nama Bhadragiri Dasharathi Karunapayonidhi Anjaneya Matipatalananam Kanchanadrikamanīya Vigraham Parijata Tarumula Vasinam Bhavayami Pavamananandanam Yatra Yatra Raghunatha Kirtanam Tatra Tatra Kritamastakāņjalim Bashpavari Paripurna Lochanam Marutim Namatarakṣasantakam Buddhir Balam Yashodhairyam Nirbhayatvamarogata Ajadyam Vakpatutvancha Hanumat Smaranad Bhavet Pujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam Aruhya Kavita Shakham Vande Valmiki Kokilam. Adhyatana Panchangam, July 15th, 2023. Shobhakrinnama Samvatsare Uttarayani Grishmartu Ashadha Mase Krishna Pakshe Trayodashi Tithi till 11:02 a.m. Sthiravasaraha Mrgashirsha Nakshatram till 2:53 p.m. followed by Ardra Nakshatram. Dhruva Yogaha till just after 11 p.m. followed by Vyaghata Nakshatram, Vyaghata Yogaha. Vanik Karanam coinciding with the ending of the Tithi like always, 11:02 a.m. followed by Vishti Karanam till just about midnight, followed by Shakuni Karanam. Sarvebhyah Suprabhatam. Can anyone recap where we left last time? 2 weeks.
Swasya matruh matra vayam matam anugrahya saha Ramaha Prabhu Ramaha ranam vanam udyuktaha.
Yeah, finally he convinces Lakshmana and his mother Kausalya that, especially to Kausalya also, he gives lesson saying, you have to follow your Patni Dharma, not just the mother Dharma. So that way he convinces her, and then we are continuing from there. Atha dvadasha sargaha
Atha dvadasha sargaha
atha tham vyathayadinam
Athatam Vyathayadinam
saviveshamamarshitam
Saviveshamamarshitam
Swasantamiva nagendram
Shasantamiva Nagendram
Rosha visparite kshanam
Rosha Vispharite Kshanam
Asadya Rama Saumitrim
Asadya Rama Saumitrim
Asadya Rama Saumitrim
Asadya Rama Saumitrim
Suhrudam Bhrataram Priyam
Surudham Bhrataram Priyam
Uvachedam cha dhairyena
Vachedam Sadhairyena
Dharayan Sattvamatmavan.
Dharayan Sattvamatvaman.
So, even though he spoke so much to Lakshmana and Kausalya in the previous sarga, Lakshmana's state is still Swasantamiva Nagendram. Swasantaha Nagendraha. So, Swasa, he's taking Swasa like a Nagendra. Nagendra is like Vasuki or something.
Vasuki.
Sesha. Adisesha, like that. Like that. But still his fury didn't come down. So, Nagendraha iva Swasantam Rosha Visparite Kshanam. Ikshanam. His eyes, his looks are still Visparita, Rosha Visparita. His looks are still spread wide and with Rosha, with fury. How can this happen to my brother? How can this happen to that great Rama? So, Rosha Visparite Kshanam, Swasantamiva Nagendram, Vyathaya Dinam. At the same time, he is also, see, there isn't much difference between crying helplessly and the fury. Yeah, I'll only tell that much. So, both states can exist same time. There will be fury and there will be helpless pity. So, Deenam, Vyathaya Deenam. Vyatha is, troublesome grief. Why grief? He is very sorrowful. And Savishesham Amarshitam. Amarshitam means atra prapta asahanam. That unable to bear it. There is being impatient is amarshitam, or unconsolable is amarshitam. Nobody can come and console him. So that too Visesham, because Rameshta Janantarapekshaya. Because of his love for Rama and for all the negative things that is happening to Rama, by looking at that, he is being impatient, nobody can console him, furious like the king cobra, and Rosha Vishparite Kshanam, his eyes also filled with red fury. Unto such Saumitri, Ramaha Suhrudam Bhrataram Priyam Asadya. Unto such Saumitri, who is his well-wisher, Suhrud. At the same time is, of course, Bhrata, his brother, and that too beloved brother. Priyam Bhrataram Asadya, by looking at him, by coming close to him. Dhairyena. See, Valmiki wrote here that Rama also had to bring some courage. And Dhairyena Sattvam Dharayan, by holding on to Sattvam. See, Lakshmana is almost into Rajas or close to Tamas. Into that state he went away. So to talk to him if Rama also goes into that state, then it will be a big fight there. You won't be able to convince. So, Sattvam Dharayan, by holding on to the Sattva Guna, Ramaha, Atmavan Dhairyena Idam Saha Uvacha. By holding on to the Sattva Guna, Rama tried to hold courage and to talk to Lakshmana, which means even Rama felt for a moment probably that, hey, how can I talk to this guy? He's so furious. How can I convince him that we should forget that fury now and move on to our next step or next plan of action, next course of action. So Atmavan, how could he do that? The qualifier given is Atmavan. And here onwards, this Sarga, you will see this Atmavan and Atma related qualities in Rama. So this is a very special Sarga. We should all try to focus on how Rama teaches the lesson now to Lakshmana.
What is the exact meaning of Amarshita?
Marsha.
Marsha.
Marsha means, criticism, or Vimarsha also comes from there. Marsha is that the feeling of indignancy or feeling of insult, etc.
Okay.
So somebody who cannot be consoled out of it, brought out of it, is Amarsha. Harsha Marshayor, says in Bhagavad Gita.
Harsha Marshayor Toya Sachame Priya.
And we will see a lot of such Bhagavad Gita slokas today. Sorry.
I see. Okay.
So Athatam Yathaya Dinam. So if we see the Atha, Saha Ramaha Vyathaya Dinam Sa Vishesham Amarshitam Swasant Nagendram Iva Swasantam Rosha Visparite Kshanam Suhrudam Priyam Bhrataram Saumitrim Asadya Atmavan Dhairyam Adhairyena Sattvam Dharayan Saha Ramaha
Uvacha.
Idam Uvacha. That's how the Anvaya Vakyam of this sloka comes. So here onwards, what did he say? Now again quotable quotes start coming. Nigrihya rosham shokam cha.
Nigrihya rosham shokam cha.
Dhairyamashritya kevalam.
Dhairyamashritya kevalam.
Avamanam nirasyemam.
Avamanam nirasyemam.
Grihitva harshamuttamam.
Grihitva harshamuttamam.
Upakluptancha yat kinchid.
Upakluptam hi kinchid.
Upakluptam hi yat kinchid.
Upakluptam hi yat kinchid.
Abhishekarthamadhyame.
Abhishekarthamadhyame.
Sarvam visarjaya kshipram.
Sarvam visarjaya kshipram.
Kuru karyam niratyayam.
Kuru karyam niratyayam.
So this is the first instruction that Rama gave to Lakshmana. What did he say? He's saying, he said, do several, what is it called? Transcend from several of these emotional feelings. What are they? Rosham nigrihya. Rosha visparite kshanam. That's what Valmiki narrated, right? That means Rama also observed that Rosha in Lakshmana. So first thing Rama is telling Lakshmana is Rosham nigrihya. All of these are called having, by doing, by controlling, by listening, that ing, by doing this, by doing that, by in ing form in Sanskritam will come as either ya or twa. So Rosham nigrihya means by controlling your Rosha, by controlling, controlling is a simple word, or by taking control of your Rosha. Shokam cha, and also the shoka. And that's what I said, right? The Shokam and Rosham will always go together. And that is why he was Dina and Nagendra was Swasantaha and Rosha Visparitekshanaha also. So Rosham Shokam cha Nigrihya, by controlling your Rosha and Shoka. Kevalam Dhairyam Ashritya. Why is this Shoka and Rosha coming? Because of insecurity. Normally, when do we become angry or when do we get into grief? Is when we lose confidence about ourselves. When we get into when we feel insecure that somebody else is taking away my things. How can I? What next? When you're not able to see beyond this current moment of loss, that I can regain things, that I can continue to be happy. When we lose that confidence, that is when Shokam and Rosham comes up. And so, as the first solution to it, what he is saying is, control yourself. How? Kevalam Dhairyam Ashritya. By standing on courage, by boldness. Hold on to your courage. Control your Rosha and Shoka. How do you do that? Because if you get back your courage, your confidence, then automatically Rosha and Shoka will go away. So, Kevalam Dhairyam Ashritya. In fact, why all of this has come? Avamanam imam nirasya. The insult, avamanam, the insult, indignancy, insult that has come upon us or come upon you. Nirasya, by discounting that, by ignoring that insult. Don't still think about whatever insult or disappointment or indignancy that has occurred to us. Ignore that, forget it, ignore it. So imam avamanam nirasya uttamam harsham grihitva. Nigrihya means something that is going on, you want to stop. There also it is grih. Here, grihitva means by acquiring, by taking. One that is running away by taking it, one that is running away by stopping it. Uncontrolled, wild manner, your Shoka and Rosha is running. So, Nigraha. It is a little far away, so acquire it. Grihitva. Uttamam harsham grihitva. He's saying, look from where he wants to take Lakshmana, from Rosha and Shoka, to all the way to harsham. He's saying, get delight. Be delightful. That, hey, we got a new project now. We got a new chapter in our book life, or in our life of book, a book of life. That there is something new to explore. Be delightful about it. In fact, greatest lesson is from here. All the way from Harsha Shoka to Uttamam Dhairyam, Uttamam Harsham Grihitva. Upakluptam hi yat kinchit. Yat kinchit. Whatever has upakluptam, whatever has fall upon us. Upakluptam means praptam. Whatever has fallen upon us, whatever has arrived on us. Upakluptam hi yat kinchit. Abhishekartham adyame. Whatever things have all, all the things that have come here for my Abhisheka today. Sarvam visarjaya. Hey, give away all of that. We don't need it anymore. Maybe so many gifts came. Maybe so many dresses came. Maybe so many jewelry, rings, bracelets, necklaces, and all have come here. And of course, all that Abhishekartham, holy waters from various rivers, etc. Sarvam kshipram visarjaya. Visarjana means give away, right? So give away all of that, everything that was brought for my Abhisheka. Me Abhishekartham adya. Whatever has been brought for my Abhisheka, say, just give away all of that, Lakshmana. Ignore any insult, etc. that this might, any disappointment that this causes to us. Not any, all the disappointment that it causes to us, just ignore that. Control your fury and feelings of insult. And on the other hand, be delightful that, hey, something new is going to happen. Let's explore that kind of a happiness. And karyam niratyayam. Whatever has to be done, let's start working on the next phase, next course of action. Karyam means one is, as a noun, it is work. But karyam means what has to be done, like kartavyam. It has to be done in a verb form. Saumitreyo abhishekarte.
Saumitreyo
Mama sambhara sambramaha.
Mama sambhara sambramaha.
Abhisheka nivrityarthe.
Abhisheka nivrityarthe.
Sostu sambhara sambramaha.
Sostu sambhara sambramaha.
So Rama uses great Vedanta style. Whatever he has learned, probably Vasishtha, etc. He shows all of that great Vedanta, Vairagya and all. So he's saying, Saumitre, oh Saumitre, Mama Abhishekarte Yah Sambhara Sambramaha Abhisheka Nivrityarthe Sostu Sambhara Sambramaha. Sambharaha is all the ingredients, or not ingredients, all the required prerequisite materials. Whatever all the required materials that are brought, they are all called sambharaha. Sambhara sampriyantam in the early on Balakandas.
Sambhara is like paraphernalia.
Paraphernalia, correct. Paraphernalia, yeah. Sambharaha. So all of that sambhara, sambramaha, all the excitement that you have with all this paraphernalia, whatever is there, whatever has come up, or whatever you are holding on to, with the intent of my abhisheka, mama abhishekarte yah sambhara sambramaha, saha abhisheka nivrityarthe astu. He's saying, hey, use the same paraphernalia just to undo any abhisheka for me, right? So whatever you don't get attached to it. Use it for your excitement as well as use it for detachment as well. He's saying, Saha abhisheka nivrityarthe yaha sambhara sambramaha mama abhisheka arthe saha sambhara sambramaha astu mama abhisheka nivrityarthe. Nivritti is, detaching or disconnecting or denial. So let it be for this. The paraphernalia should not affect us, whether it is for enjoyment or for denial as well, rejection as well. Don't worry, he's saying. Don't be attached to this paraphernalia. First great lesson for us. Material should not matter. Purpose should matter. Intent should matter. Then he's saying, Yasya madabhishekarte.
Yasya madabhishekarte.
Manasam paritapyate.
Manasam paritapyate.
Mata me sa yatha nasyat.
Mata me sa yatha nasyat.
Avishanka tatha kuru.
Avishanka tatha kuru.
Savishanka tatha kuru.
Savishanka tatha kuru.
So he's saying, Lakshmana, don't create a scene anymore, because my mother is affected here. She's afflicted. She's affected. Me mata savishanka yasyaha manasam mad abhishekarte paritapyate. My mother, whose heart is what is it called? Is beating for my abhisheka's sake. for me to take over this Yuvarajya and the Abhisheka. Yatha Savishanka me mata tatha kuru. Please do things with such a, in a happy, in a lighter mood, so that she doesn't become further depressed. That's the kind of caution that he gave. Tasyashankamayam dukkham.
Tasyashankamayam dukkham.
Muhurtamapi notsahe.
Muhurtamapi notsahe.
Manasi pratisanjatam.
Manasi pratisanjatam.
Saumitreham upekshitum.
Saumitreham upekshitam.
So he said, because I cannot, even for a moment, I cannot see her pained. Meaning, if she is painful, I cannot bear it. And I told it, right? Most of us sons are like that, our children are like that. If our mother is sorrowful, then we cannot bear it. We will also cry with her. So, tasyaha ayam dukham shankam muhurtamapi notsahe. I cannot tolerate, even for a moment, the pain of my mother. Manasi pratisanjatam aham upekshitum notsahe. So her pain that is in her heart, manasi, in her mind, heart or mind both are incorrect. Manas is manas. You cannot say it in English. So in her, whatever is in her manas, that pain that can be in her manas, I cannot stand up to it. Upekshitum notsahe saumitre. So saumitre or Lakshmana, I cannot bear it. So kindly do things in a happy, positive, with positive vibes, so that let's clear off all this that is not required for us anymore and move on with our next course of action. And another quotable quote comes now. Na buddhipurvam na buddham.
Na buddhipurvam na buddham.
Smaramiha kadachana.
Smaramiha kadachana.
Matrunam va piturvaham.
Matrunam va piturvaham.
Krutam alpam cha vipriyam.
Krutam alpam cha vipriyam.
Quotable quote of Rama. He's saying, I na smarami. I don't remember. What? Buddhipurvam, intentionally, va abuddham, or unintentionally, kadachana, never probably, whenever, no time do I remember. Matrunam va piturvaham. He's not just saying matru. Pitru va matru. No, matrunam, of all the three mothers, or of all the mothers. Never do I remember having consciously or unintentionally vipriyam kritam. Alpam cha vipriyam kritam. Not even an iota of displeasure have I ever done to my father or mothers, consciously or unconsciously, Lakshmana. So I cannot ever cause that to them. Never did I do it, and so I cannot do it. And so, Lakshmana, be careful. Let's create some positive vibes now. Let's not put her into trouble. So, super line for us to remember and quote everywhere. Hey, this is our ideal. How should a son be? This is how he should be. Na buddhipurvam na buddham smaramiha kadachana matrunam va piturvaham kritam alpam cha vipriyam. Not even an iota, not even a bit of pain that I would have caused to my mother's or father, nor will I, says Rama. Can there be a better, declaration for us than this? Can anyone learn anything better than this? So let's learn that. And then he says, again, quote, Satyas satyabhisandhascha
Satyabhisandhascha
Nityam satyaparakramaha
Nityam Satyaparākramaha
Paraloka bhayabhītaha
Paraloka Bhayabdhito
Nirbhayostu pita mama.
Nirbhayostu pita mama.
You should not read, you should repeat whatever I say. when you break there, bhito, in sandhi, if you're reading it continuous, paraloka bhayat bhito nirbhayostu pita mama, then you can say bhito. But if I'm breaking there, then there should not be sandhi, asandhi karanam. So then it becomes sandhi cheda kritva, nirbhaya, paraloka bhayat bhitaha, nirbhayostu pita mama. So this is the, wow. I mean, here onwards, Rama's divine personality we will be seeing here. What aims he has for not aim, what do you say? What highest esteemed goals, noble goals that he has to see his father in the esteemed, honored level. So he's saying, Pita, mama pita astu, let my father be. How nirbhayaha. He should be free of any, he should be non-apprehensive. And why non-apprehensive from what? Paraloka bhayat bhitaha. Because he knows his father and all their ancestors, they're all Rajarshayaha. Right? They were all kings as rishis. They were living like rishis. They never lived like luxurious lives and all. They were living like rishis, playing the role of Raja. So they were Rajarshayaha. And so they're very, very conscious of every movement, every action that they do. And if for whatever reason they had to take up certain decision which is hurting somebody else, they used to go back and do prayashchittam. Why? Because their what do you say, their ultimate goal is paraloka bhayaha. Afterlife, when I leave this body, I want sadgati. The whole aim of living this life in this physical body is to prepare the path, to lay down a perfect, an ideal path, a happy path after this body's life. The life journey will continue as preta or as next birth, etc. Or for certain time, of course, we will be in Swarga or Naraka. So there I should go with the best report, best, best report, saying, yes, he never spoke any lie. He always stick to the truth. He never hurt anyone. Even if he had consciously or unconsciously hurt, yes, he has done his prayashchitta. He has done his repentance of, oh no, why did I do this? I'm sorry, I could not have helped. So spend that repentance in cleaning all that guilt, feeling of guilt. So all that report is observed by the gods, by the evidences, divine evidences. So the Bharatiya culture, the Hindu culture is every moment that we live here, we are constantly thinking, how is my future report card? What all is going on my report card? And we behave properly. Just imagine a good student in school, a good boy in school. Even though he has temptations, he knows, oh, my teacher is observing, principal is observing, the school, whatever class monitor or somebody else is observing. So no, let me behave myself. I shouldn't hurt. I shouldn't do anything wrong here. There will be useless fellows, rowdy fellows who don't care for it, right? But a cultured, civilized, divine-oriented people will be conscious of every moment that they live, right? Because it is paraloka bhayat bhitaha. That is the ultimate quality that every Hindu should has it. We have it inherently within us in our DNA. And because we are always paraloka bhayat bhitaha. So with that insecurity of, oh my God, how is my report card? I don't want my father's report card to have any negative blemishes. That's the goal of Rama. Rama is, of course, he knows, hey, my report card will be, of course, but I don't want any blemish on my father's report card. Mama pita nirbhayaha astu paraloka bhayat bhitaha. Why? And what is that report card that he wants for his father? He wants his father to be satyaha, satyabhisandhascha, nityam satyaparakramah. That is what the Raghuvamsha has lived for. Right? The entire lineage of the Raghu's dynasty, the Kakutsa, the Ikshwakus, they're all the ancestors of Rama and all. They have lived for this very Satya Parakramaha. Harishchandra, oh my God, what great people. They've given their lives, they've given their body, they've cut their body and gave it only to keep up the promise that they gave to somebody. It's that kind of Satya. So Satya Abhisandha. One whose sandhanam is one who holds, or one who actually installs. So sandhanam will say, that means you properly hold it so that you have set it up right. So Satya Abhisandha, one who holds on to Satya. Nityam Satya Parakramaha. Their krama is order. Their orderly walk, their orderly treading is nothing but the path of Satya. So Nityam Satya Parakramaha. Not sometimes, oh, Monday to Friday. Weekends, as I like. Get up at 10 o'clock or, do all parties. No. Nityam. There is no Monday, Friday, nothing. Every day, the same strictness, the same discipline, the same meticulous living to dharma, to Satya. So Satyaha, Satyabhisandhascha, Nityam Satyaparakramaha, Mama Pita, Paraloka Bhayat Bhitaha, Nirbhayaha Astu. And that is why I am taking this up, he says. I am not doing it because my father asked me to do it or not. I am taking up this exile because he gave a promise, and his commitment to that promise should not be ever pointed at. I want my father that in his report card, in his biography or autobiography, no autobiography, in his biography, let anyone write his biography. There should never be a line which says he broke his promise. He broke the record of their lineage where people lived to their commitments, to the promises that they make, right? So that is the great noble quality. And so that's a quotable quote for us again. And then he is again quotable quote. Tasyapi hi bhavedasmin.
Tasyapi hi bhavedasmin.
Karmanya prati samhrite.
Karmanya prati samhrite.
Satyam neti manastapaha.
Satyam neti manastapaha.
Tasya tapas tapetcha mam.
Tasya tapas tapescha mam.
So, tasya tapaha mam tapet. His suffering will afflict me. He's saying, tasya tapaha mam tapet. That is how he's saying, I cannot see him suffering from that guilt, because whatever that guilt he will have, that he has missed the commitment to his promise. He lost the opportunity to continue to keep the record of living up to the promises made. That guilt will kill me also, will hurt me also. Satyam na iti manastapaha. It was not one time I missed to commit. One time I was untruthful. One time I broke the promise. That guilt of my father will afflict me. Tasyaha asmin karmani aprati samhriti tasyaha hi bhavet. Tasyaha tapaha bhavet. So in this, if he doesn't stop this Abhisheka karma, in this karma, Veda karma of the Abhisheka, if he doesn't stop it, then I will be, then the guilt that he broke, that will hurt me. So that's the beauty. So Rama is living for his fathers, for his father as in their ancestors. I mean, so much conscious of keeping the repute of their family, of their lineage, that there should not be a blemish. Did anybody say anything? Abhisheka vidhanam tu.
Abhisheka Vidanam tu
Tasmat samhritya lakshmana.
Tasmart Sampritya Lakshmana.
Anvagevaham ichchami.
Anvagevaha ichchami.
Vanam gantumitah punaha.
Vanam gantumitah punaha.
So Abhisheka vidhanam tasmat Lakshmana tasmat Abhisheka vidhanam tu samhritya, by taking away or by denying this Abhisheka vidhanam samhritya, vanam itaha punaha gantum aham anvegah. I am eager to stop this Abhisheka and all, and people are still not realizing it. People as in the clan around in the Kausalya's apartments, in Kausalya's palace, they are not realizing it. But I have to quickly, put that down and go away quickly to the forest. Mama pravrajanadadya.
Mama pravrajanadadya.
Kritakritya nripatmaja.
Kritakritya nripatmaja.
Sutam bharatam avyagram.
Sutam bharatam avyagram.
Abhishechayita tataha.
Abhishechayita tataha.
So Abhishechayita is a future tense, or one of the future tense forms. So he's saying, Mama pravrajanat, only after my leaving, only after my departure, vanam prati, only after my leaving for the forests, nripatmaja kritakritya bhavet, the prince, nripatmaja, daughter of a prince, of a king. So the princess Kaikeyi, or Queen Kaikeyi, kritakritya, then she will be sort of feels accomplished. Because then why she feels accomplished? Because sutam bharatam avyagram abhishechayita tataha. Then she will be able to perform the abhisheka for her son Bharata avyagra, without any resistance and conflicts from others. Right? So let her be happy. So, and hence I have to leave quickly, because unless I leave, she will not dare to attempt it. Mayi chirajina dhare jata. Mayi chirajina dhare.
Mayi chirajina dhare.
Jatamandala dharini.
Jatamandala dharini.
Gateranyancha kaikeya.
Gateranyamcha kaikeya.
Bhavishyati manassukham.
Bhavishyati manassukham.
Only when I finally dress up myself in chirajinadharam, in that wooden bark cloth, Benaras bamboo, whatever they say, right? Bamboo bark, etc. saris, which will be mostly made out of course, that is fashion now, which is great. But such wooden bark based trees, tree wood based cloth, which means it will be very, very rough. It will be It won't be polished, free fall. It won't be like that. Silk is free fall. This will be all wrinkled cloth. But that is the best for somebody who is going to go for living in forest. So Chira Ajina. Ajina is the deer skin, etc. Ajina Dhare. Only once I am in the attire of that Chira and Ajina, Jatamandala Dharini, and with the hair, not the posh hair that Rama till then has. Rama is the most handsome one, right? We read that Kakapakshadharaha. He has this long sideburns. Loose that too, not the real hair. It will be so long that if there is hair, it will flow also, like that of a crow. So Kakapakshadharaha, and he has this long back hair on the neck, and probably and mungurlu they say, which means some curly, what do you say? A few curly strands of hair falling on the forehead also. And so such handsome, fashionable Rama. Now only when he goes back to Jatamandala, which means no more haircut and no more hair style requirement. And how do they do that? What they do is they take that one of the sap from a tree and apply it on the hair, and then they tie the hair and just make a bun there. Now, because of that thick sap, then the hair is stuck there. Meaning you don't have to comb anymore, and hair never goes loose. Hair never, the partition, hair left, right to left, no worries. It will be so sticky, like hard, because of that sap. And we can see that in our tribals, and even here, certain African Americans also, they put that, so their hair is also very thick and hard like that. So that is Jatamandala Dharini. Jatamandala Dharini, that means in my keeping this attire of the dress, in my having this hair lock style, Gate Aranyam, only after my leaving to the forest, Kaikeyaha Manaha Sukham Bhavishyati. Then only her heart will be, or her mind will be, heart, mind, what English? Her manas will be happy. So, Lakshmana, let us rush. Buddhi pranita yeneyam.
Buddhi pranita yeneyam.
Manascha susamahitam.
Manasya susamahitam.
Tam tu narhami sankleshtum.
Tam tu narhami sankleshtum.
Pravrajayishyami machiram.
Pravajishyami machiram.
So, buddhi iyam buddhi yena pranita susamahitam. This, whatever mind she had made up, na tam sankleshtum arhami. I cannot, or I do not want to let this mind that I have made up be disturbed again. So I change my mind. No, I don't want my mind to be changed again. So pravrajishyami machiram, without any delay, without delaying further, I shall have to leave quickly. And so please do whatever is required so I can leave quickly. Kritantastveva saumitre.
Kritantastveva saumitre.
Drashtavyo mat pravasane.
Dastavyo mat pravasane.
Rajyasya cha vitirnasya.
Rajyasya cha vitirnasya.
Punareva nivartane.
Punareva nivartane.
Abba, can there be any other thing than this? You know, even Atal Bihari Vajpayee, at least he got it for 19 days, the first term, before they have brought him down. But for Rama, he didn't even make the oath ceremony, but he got elected. Highest majority, highest polls, whatever. But didn't even get to go for even taking the oath ceremony. I mean, imagine like that. That's the situation of Rama. So he's saying, and so he's analyzing it. Now here onwards, he gives the Vairagya, Vedanta-based analysis. Lakshmana is saying, how to take it now? So he's saying, Kritantaha. Kritantaha is one typical technical term in the Vedanta term for saying time. When we have to say time, time bad hai bhai. It's bad times. It's time which is, how else can you explain it? When you want to say that, then you say Kritantaha. Saumitre, mat pravasane Kritantaha eva drashtavyaha. The forces that are pushing me towards these changes, unanticipated changes, this has to be looked at as driven by time. What else can we say? Rajyasya cha vitirnasya punareva nivartane. We thought almost we got the Rajya. Vitirnam. Vitirnam means distribution. That means I got the distribution of the share of Rajya for my entire 100% share. And punareva nivartane, before I could even assume it, taken away. How else can you explain, Lakshmana? This is time. Let's take it as time's play of action. Let's not blame anybody. And going forward, he keeps saying that. Let's not blame her, is what he keeps saying. So this line onwards, Rama, how he is positively trying to take it. That let's not blame anyone. Everybody is an actor. There is a different director. There is a different script. There is a different producer behind that is driving all this. Let's not blame the actor here. They're just actors. Is the kind of lessons that Rama is going to give us here onwards. Yes, 15 more slokas. We are almost running out of time, but let's quickly see how we can do it. Kaikeya pratipattirhi.
Kaikeya pratipattirhi.
Katham syan mama pidane.
Katham syanama pidane.
Yadi bhavo na daivoyam.
Yadi bhavo na daivohyam.
Kritanta vihito bhavet.
Kritantamavito bhavet.
So, Kaikeyaha pratipattihi hi mama pidane katham syat. I mean, how can Kaikeyi's this sudden change in her mind to put me to pidana, to put me to troubles, how can that be her real intent? Yadi bhavaha na daivaha, yadi ayam bhavaha na daivaha, kritanta vihito bhavet. It has to be some other divine reason. Divine as in a divinity forced influence. It must be some other divine influence in her which made her change her mind towards me. She never was intending to ever hurt me. She loved me more than her son Bharata. So if she has changed her mind, it must not be her real intentional one. There must be some other divine reason behind it, some other divine influence behind it. Ayam daivaha bhavaha, ayam bhavaha daivaha yadi na katham mama pidane syat. I mean, if it was not for any other divine influence, how can that mother hurt me, put me to this trouble? Janasihi yatha saumya.
Janasihi yatha saumya.
Na matrushu mamantaram.
Na matrishu mamantaram.
Bhutapurvam vishesho va.
Bhutapurvam vishosha va.
Tasyaha mayi sutepi va.
Tasya mayi sutepi va.
So he's saying, hey, Lakshmana, Janasi, you know it. Mama matrushu antaram na. You know, Saumitri, Saumya. Saumya means, oh pleased one, or oh soft one. Lakshmana, you know, I never had any discrimination between the three mothers. I always loved them same way. I loved all of them the same way. Bhutapurvam vishesho va tasyaha mayi sutepi va. Never in the past Bhutapurvam. Visheshaha. Especially in the past, do you ever remember she, that means Kaikeyi, Mai Sute Apiva Antaram? Did you ever see any difference, any discrimination that Kaikeyi had ever showed between Bharata and me? Between her own son Bharata and me ever? No. She always loved me. And I loved all the three mothers equally. In spite of that, if this has happened, it is not her intention. There must be some other divine reason behind it. That's how he's trying to understand it. So, great lesson for us to understand any unanticipated results that come upon us. We should try to understand it from this aspect. He is just an actor. There must be another divine force that has driven him to behave this way, because of which we are now, what do you say, because of which I'm facing this, or because of which he's acting like that, he or she. There must be a divine reason behind. And let's understand that, appreciate that, and not focus or get tied up with the actor here. Let's think, realize who's the director behind, and understand it and appreciate it. And so be delightful. Wow, that director K. Vishwanath is asking me. Good, I'll act it. That director Sri Krishna, Bhagavan is asking, I'll act. No problem. He's asking me to act a wretched role. No problem, I'll act. I'm just acting anyway, right? Or he has asked that person to act the villain role. That's okay, he's a villain. After this, both of us will be friends. But during the shooting, villain, that's okay. That's how Rama is trying to understand it. So Visheka Nivrityarthaihi.
So Visheka Nivrityarthaihi.
Pravasarthaischa durvachaihi.
Pravasarthaischa durvachaihi.
Ugrair vakyairaham tasyaha.
Ugrair vakyairaham tasya.
Nanyad daivas samarthaye.
Nanyat daivat samarthaye.
So here onwards, in fact, I wanted to highlight all these shlokas, then I thought the whole slide will become yellow. So I didn't. But every line is a great lesson. He's saying, na anyat, na daivat na anyat samarthaye. I am not able to accept any other reason other than daiva. Daivam means, as I said in Vedanta terms, there are two things. Daivam is divinity. Daivam is also anything that is unexplainable, that is beyond our hands. When you cannot explain, that is called Daivam. Daivamevatra panchamam, says Sri Krishna also, right? So, Abhisheka Nivrityarthaihi, whatever Abhisheka Nivrityarthaihi, Pravasarthaihi, Ugraihi, Vakyaihi, Durvachaihi, Tasyaha, because of her harshful statements, forcing me, determining me to go towards the forest exile and giving away the Abhisheka celebrations, I don't see any other reason than that Daivam. She cannot be doing it. She is not doing it, is how he's explaining it. Katham prakriti sampanna.
Katham prakriti sampanna.
Rajaputri tatha guna.
Rajaputri tatha guna.
Bruyat sa prakruteva.
Bruyat sa prakruteva.
Stri matpidam bhartru sannidhau.
Stri matpidam bhatru sannidhau.
So he's trying to explain all this to Lakshmana so that Lakshmana doesn't have any grudge on Kaikeyi. He's saying, hey, you are having grudge on her. No, it is not her mistake. It is a divine force that has made her, that has influenced her, pushed her to act like that. So don't have grudge on her. So he's saying, he's trying to further build logic. He's saying, Katham means how can? Prakriti sampanna. Prakriti sampanna, one who is very filled with all material wealth. Rajaputri, a queen, princess. Tatha guna bruyat. How can she speak in such a, unanticipated manner? Aguna. Tatha aguna katham bruyat. How can she talk so, unexpected manner? Prakrita iva. And that too so naturally. So naturally, how can she speak? Mat pidam, towards hurting me, towards inflicting me. Bhartru sannidhau stri, in front of her husband. How can a woman speak so harshly to put him into trouble and me into trouble, who is otherwise a very, luxurious, happy, joyful lady? How can she suddenly talk so harshly like this? There must be some reason, Lakshmana. Try to understand that. Yadi chintyantu taddaivam. Yada chintyantu taddaivam.
Yada chintantu taddaivam.
Bhuteshvapi na vihanyate.
Bhuteshvapi na vihannate.
Vyaktam mayi cha tasyam cha.
Yatyam mahita tasyam cha.
Patito hi viparyayaha.
Patito hi viparyaha.
Yada achintyam. That you could never anticipate, that you could never imagine, that you could never think of. Tat mai tasyam cha viparyayaha patitaha. That which we could never imagine, think of, dream of, if that has come up, if that has come fallen upon her and me in this manner, tat bhuteshu api vihanyate. Among all the beings also, if such a thing happens, tat daivam hi. What else can you explain? That must be the divine thing. That is how we should take it. Beautiful lessons, right? He's giving how to take up the most disastrous result or event that happens, how to take it. That's all. That is how to take. If Rama is able to take it this way, there can be no better lesson for us. Because if we read Bhagavad Gita, there it is general lesson that Krishna is giving. But here, Rama as the victim is giving us the lesson of teachings of how to take unanticipated situations. So beautiful lessons for us out of experience. So a victim is talking, not anybody else, right? So I felt this is the ultimate lesson for us. Sarga 22. Kaschid daivena saumitre.
Kaschid devena saumitre.
Yodhumutsahate puman.
Yodhumutsahate puman.
Yasya na grahanam kinchit.
Yasya na grahanam kinchit.
Karmanam yatra drishyate.
Karmanonyatra drishyate.
So he's saying, hey Saumitre, kaschit puman daivena yodhumutsahate. Hey, Lakshmana, can you think of anybody who wants to fight against this, divinity, call it divinity, or against the time? Can anybody fight against this? Hey, you have to accept. There is nothing for you to, nothing that we can do. Talking of this, there's a great poet in Telugu, movie lyricist, and Sangha Swainsevac also. And he showed that in all his songs, called Sita Rama Shastri, who recently passed away. He writes in one of the songs, Pora padina padina, jali padade, kalam manalaga. Time doesn't have any sympathy. Time doesn't feel sorrow for us. There is no way to get back time. It only goes forward. It only keeps going on, it only keeps moving on. It doesn't have sympathy for us that we fell into a bad time. So how can you fight against that time? Kaschit Puman Daivena Yodhum Utsahate. Hey Lakshmana, can anyone dare to fight the times? No. Yasyana Grahanam Kinchit. I mean, one who cannot, who has no control, who has no say in it. Karmanaha Anyatra Drishyate. There is no other, there is no control for you, and there is no action that you can take to change the course of action, to change the course of results. You just have to accept it and move on. Sukha dukkhe bhaya krodhau.
Dukhe bhaya krodhau.
Labha labhau bhava bhavau.
Labha labhau bhava bhavau.
Yaccha kinchit tatha bhutam.
Yaccha kinchit tatha bhutam.
Nanu daivasya karma tat.
Natu daivasya karma tat. Tat.
So Bhagavad Gita shloka, see, when did
Sukha
Bhagavad Gita
dukkhe
come?
same
In the
krutva.
next yuga.
Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labho jaya
Labha
jaya.
labho jaya jayo.
Asmat yuddhaya yuddhasva. Yujjasva.
Correct.
Navam
So,
patam vapsasi.
correct. And now I'm trying to see trying to connect some dots. Two things. One, see how eternal has been our philosophy. Even if we understand positively, between Treta Yuga and Dwapara Yuga, it was a yuga. It was an era of a time difference. Even if we take dated times, it's about 3,000 years, 4,000 years, 5,000 years gap between Ramayana and Mahabharata time, they say, right? Then, in Bhagavatam, also we read, in Dashmaskandha, Krishna, Yashoda will be telling stories to Krishna. So, she'll be telling the story of Rama. Rama Katha she'll be telling to Krishna. Krishna on her lap, she is, doing her lap like this and hitting him. Slowly Krishna, he's listening. And then finally, when it comes to Rama, she says, that Ravana took away Sita. And then Krishna shouts itself, out of sleep itself, as if he's an adult. So, Lakshmana, give me my bow, give me the arrow. I shall go and kill him. That means Krishna remembered that story. Krishna remembers his own avatar. From that point, let us take it. Or even if you take it physically, the lessons that he learned in his childhood is what he learned and he taught later as Bhagavad Gita. The same lines, Sukha dukkhe bhaya krodhau, labha labhau bhava bhavau, or jaya jayo. Yaccha kinchit tatha bhutam, nanu daivasya karmatat. This is what Rama spoke. That's the same lines that again Krishna speaks to Arjuna as Bhagavad Gita. And several more lines that are going to come. And whoever knows Bhagavad Gita shlokas will jump out of joy. What? Ramayana and Bhagavad Gita, same lines? And now tell me, who says Rama and Krishna are not the same avatar? It's the same avatar and hence they are talking the same. I mean, I'm excited. I don't know if you are able to realize that excitement. That hey, this realization. Are you all feeling that realization? Rama, Krishna, same. They are speaking the same. Even though of two different eras of time. That's excitement. So, Sukha dukkhe bhaya krodho is saying whether in happiness or in troubles, in bhaya or krodho, whether you are afraid, in apprehension or in that fury, in gain or in loss, labha alabhau, bhava abhau, in attaining the wealth or in attaining the material or in the loss of the material, yaccha kinchit tatha bhutam, whether you attained it or you lost it, tatha abhutam, whatever has occurred, tat karma daivasya, no, isn't it? Do you really think you have attained it? Do you really think you lost it? Do you really think you have gained it? Do you really think you have worked for it and got it? Hey, several others also have worked for it. If you got it or if you lost it, it's not your effort alone. There is a panchamam, daivam tatra panchamam. Daivam Chaivatra Panchamam. So that's how he's trying to explain this to Lakshmana. So there was Krishna teaching it to Arjuna. Here Rama teaching it to Lakshmana. I am reading the same lines. Rushayopyugra tapaso. Rushayopyugra tapasaha.
ऋषयोऽप्यग्रतपसः
Daivenabhiprapiditaha.
दैवेनाभिप्रपीडिताः
Utsrujya niyaman stivran.
उत्सृज्य नियमां तीव्रान्
Bhrashyante kamamanyubhihi.
भ्रश्यन्ते काममन्युभिः
Kama esha krodha esha. Rajoguna samudbhavaha. You are reading all of that. You are reading Bhagavad Gita here. in Ramayanam, Ayodhya Kanda, 22nd Sarga. Rama is teaching it. So he is saying, Ugra tapasaha rushayaha api. Those who have done intense tapas, such rishis also, Daivena abhiprapiditaha. Some of them also were, diverted, or some of them were also made afflicted, or some of them were also affected by this Daivam. Why? Because even after taking such a great resolve oath and doing intense tapas, they also got diverted, and they also got lost to certain temptations, to certain yielded to certain enticements. Kama manyubhihi. Kama, manyu is krodha. Kama eshaha, krodha eshaha. Rajoguna samudbhavaha. And so because of Rajoguna, even great intensely hardworking rishis also have forgotten their final goal and got lost into these temptations. We know it. Even Vishwamitra himself tells his own story. And several other rishis who were doing, they lost to the tests of the temptations, typically given by Indra. Right? Because Indra is Indriya, senses. He tests the senses, how much control one has on senses. So Rama is saying, hey, even great people have lost for Kama Manyu. And so, Lakshmana, give your Kama for this Abhisheka and Rajya, give away your Krodha against, Bharata or Kaikeyi or anybody. Because these are the two factors which has fallen several great souls who have attempted to do their intense, focused projects undertaken, but got diverted in between to certain temptations because of Kama and Krodha. Asankalpitameveha.
असङ्कल्पितमेवेह
Yadakasmat pravartate.
यदकस्मात् प्रवर्तते
Nivartyarambhamarabdham.
निवर्त्यारम्भमारब्धं
Nanu daivasya karma tata.
ननु दैवस्य कर्म तत्.
So he keeps asking, isn't it? Hey, how else can you explain Lakshmana? Even in the previous sloka he asked, right? Nanu daivasya karma tat. Isn't it a divine action? How else can you explain? What? Asankalpitam. I mean, you never anticipated it. An unanticipated, an unintended result when an outcome comes up. Yada akasmat pravartate. Akasmat. Akasmat means from what reason? Akasmat, from an unknown reason, from an unknown source. Is suddenly is what we say in English for akasmat. If suddenly, out of blue, an unanticipated result falls in front of us. Arambham nivartya. Whatever you have started, an initiative that you have started, suddenly out of blue, if something comes and takes it away, nivartya, if it takes it away. You've started a new initiative with all great project plan, with all resources allocated, and suddenly the company comes and says, oh, and in fact, I'm very, very sorry. But because of these lessons, I could gladly take it. At work, 1.5 years since Siri's marriage, when we went to India, I've been working on this OMAC integration through JSON events-driven framework at work. There is a colleague of mine. He's also another architect, very influential guy. But his mindset is different. My mindset is different. He believes in the old, CSV file generation, upload. But I believe in real-time, streams of events. So this is what I have given, but somehow the client found another issue. I proposed a solution in the same framework, but this fellow took over and he said, no, this is not required. We will do CSV file space, and you could influence it. And foolish client, I feel, aren't you fool? 1.5 years of work that you have, effort, time and cost that you have put. Now this project is delayed to go live in July next year. They are ready. I don't know how this fellow could influence him. So I appreciate his influencing capability. That's fine. That's how I took it. Hey, while we are talking a contemporary technology and the new architecture of event-driven mechanism, there is Kafka, if not nothing, an MQ, where everything runs. What happened? Do you see anything wrong?
No, Bhagaji.
No.
The slides are still there?
Yeah.
I lost the slide. Just give me a minute. Somebody is calling. Or I'll tell him I'll call back. Yeah. So when that happened to me recently, and as I'm reading this, I'm undergoing that Ramayanam. All of that. But these lessons are telling, if you could influence so well, there is some divine reason, something forcing behind. Okay, that's okay. Let's accept it. And I could gladly accept it. And I'm only appreciating his influencing capability. And somebody on the other side, Steve Caruso said, the client is such a technical guy. He was trying to, interrogate me to the extent to build the best architecture. Just accepted a dirty old CSV file generation nightly once and upload to SFTP. What do you say? Nanu daivasya karmatat. Jai Shri Ram. Asankalpitam. I never anticipated that this change will happen. So asankalpitam eva iha yad akasmat pravartate, that shows up. Arambham arabdham nivartya nanu daivasya karmatat. Isn't it? There are 6 more shlokas. We are 10 minutes away, but let's complete this sarga so that we can say that we have studied Rama Gita today. Can you all stay? Oh, 2 probably left. 6 are there.
Yes.
Can we stay? We'll just take another 10 minutes at the most. We'll complete it. Etaya tatvaya buddhya.
Etaya tatvaya buddhya.
Samstabhyatmanamatmana.
Samstabhyatmanamatmana.
Vyahate bhisheke me.
Vyahate bhisheke me.
Paritapo na vidyate.
Paritapo na vidyate.
Yes, this is exactly what I did. I learned from Rama. Me paritapaha na vidyate. I have no sorry now. I have no sorrow now. I don't have any sorrow, says Rama. Why? Etaya tatvaya buddhya. Through this philosophical thought of whatever. Nanu daivasya karmatat. Isn't it? With that philosophical thought, me abhisheke vyahate. In spite of losing the opportunity of my abhisheka, na paritapo vidyate. I have no qualms. I don't have any sorrow. I don't have any sorrow, guilt. I don't have any sorrow feeling. I'm fine, says Sri Rama. And wow, if Sri Rama says that, so what? No problem. I also took it that way. And so it's lesson for all of us. Unlike somebody else teaching a lesson as theory teacher, which is Bhagavad Gita, here Rama victim is teaching role model for us, right? So each one of us, if we ever face any such sorrowful situation, small or big, let's read 22nd chapter, the last shlokas at least, or the whole 30 shlokas, and get joy, delight to face any consequence, right? Etaya tatvaya buddhya samstabhya atmanam atmana. Atmanam atmana. Now again you remember Bhagavad Gita shlokas? Atmanam atmana.
Uddharayet.
Udharer atmanatmanam. Na
Udharet
atmanam
atmanam.
asadayet. Right? Atman, atmanam, atmana. All this is in Bhagavad Gita. Rama is teaching it to Lakshmana. So he's saying, and here he is teaching it in first person. I am doing it. How I have overcome it is what Rama is teaching to Lakshmana. He's saying, Atmanam Atmana Etaya Buddhya Samstabhya. By this thought process, by this understanding that it is not anyone's reason, it is not anyone's intent to hurt me. It is a divine, there is a divine reason behind, which is asking me to take a different course of life now. With that thought process, Atmanam Atmana Samstabhya. Samstabha. We say all kinds of words we know, right? Stava means stop. Right? Samstabhya, by stopping myself. By stopping whom? Atmanam, myself. By stopping myself, Atmana, by who? I don't have Krishna to come and teach here. I don't have anyone else to control me, to teach me. Atmana Atmanam Samstabhya, by my own self, controlling myself with this thought process. In the last opportunity of the Abhisheka, I have no sorrow. Me paritapo na vidyate. I'm happy, he's saying. Which means he also got hurt. But Atmanam Atmana Samstabhya. He is also hurt. Rama is also hurt. He's also acting like a human being, right? For all of us, so that we can learn how to live like him, how to live better. He is modeling it for us, role modeling it for us. So he also got hurt, but with these lessons of Vedanta and Vairagya and Tattva and Vedanta, he could control himself by himself. Atmanam Atmana Samstabhya Etaya Tatvaya Buddhya Vyahate Abhisheke Me Paritapo na Vidyate. Okay. Are you excited? Are you all able to appreciate the Gita?
Yes, Bhogaji.
Yes.
Yes, good. So Tasmad Aparitapaha.
Tasmad
Aparitapaha.
Tasmad aparitapaha.
Samstvam. Tasmad Aparitapaha. Samstvam api.
Samstvam api.
Samstvamapyanuvidhayamam.
Twapyanudhayamam. Anuvidhayamam.
Samstvamapyanuvidhayamam.
Samstvam twapi anuvidhayamam.
Pratisamharaya kshipram.
Pratisamharaya kshipram.
Abhishechanikam kriyam.
Abhishechanikam kriyam.
Abhishechanikim kriyam. Abhishechanikim kriyam.
Abhishechanikim kriyam.
So he's saying, okay, tasmat, hence, aparita, tasmat, aparitapam, aparitapaha. Hey, be uninflected. Hey, come on, don't now take courage and come out of this grief or fury or victim mode. Get out of the victim mode. Mam anuvidhaya. Mam apitu anuvidhaya. At least by following me. Look at me. I am the actual victim. I mean, you are just my beloved supporter there, but I am the actual victim. If I could come out of it, if I could overcome it with this great philosophy that our teachers, ancient teachers have taught for eternal times, you can also follow me. Mam anuvidhaya, follow me, and abhishechanikim kriyam kshipram pratisamharaya. Hey, come on, withdraw from this activities of abhisheka, get rid of the things, and let's start to move on to the forest. Ebhireva gathai sarvaihi.
येभिरेव घटैः सर्वैः
Abhishechana sambhritaihi.
अभिषेचन संभृतैः
Mama lakshmana tapasye
मम लक्ष्मणतापस्ये
vratasnanam bhavishyati.
व्रतस्नानं भविष्यति.
He's saying, okay, by the way, all these waters and all that are there, Abhisheka that was brought from all the divine rivers, etaihi sarvaihi abhishechana sambhritaihi ghataihi. By these pots of Abhisheka water that were brought for my Abhisheka, Lakshmana, mama tapasye vratisnanam bhavishyati. Previously, these were intended to do vratasnanam for Rajya Abhishekam. But instead now tapasye. We will use the same water, of course, but we will apply it for my tapas going forward for the next 14 years. Mama tapasye vratasnanam bhavishyati. Athava kim mamaitena.
अथवा किं ममैतेन
राजद्रव्यमयेन तु
राजद्रव्यमयेन तु
उद्धृतं मे स्वयं तोयम्
उद्धृतं मे स्वयं तोयं
व्रतादेशं करिष्यति.
व्रतादेशं करिष्यति.
So he's saying, Athava kim mama etena. Otherwise, hey, I don't need them. Anyway, they are here. They were originally brought for my Rajya Abhisheka, but now I'll use for my tapas acharya going forward. So, etena rajadravyamayena tu kim mama. I don't have any other use of it. However, so my mother or anybody, so mother as in Kaikeyi or other spies, build any bad rumors or build any wrong rumors against this action of what I said, which is I use this water for my vratasnanam, but for tapas sake, and hence how to prove that. What I'll do is normal Abhisheka, all others come and do Abhisheka on you, right? Each Rishi comes and pours that ghata on you, then your father, then your mother, and so on, so forth, with mantra and all. Here, so he's saying, Swayam me toyam udhrutam. I don't want anyone else to do it. Otherwise, people will think, oh, he did another new kind of Abhisheka. No, I will use it myself. I will only lift and pour that water on myself. So that the water that is brought is not wasted, but I'm using it for my own tapascharya sake, not for Abhisheka sake. So, Vratadesham karishyati, and that will set sort of what do you call it?
Percussor?
What is
or
it?
initiative? Percussor or initiating?
That will set a reason, or that will set the justification. That will set the reason, the justification that, oh, he didn't do it for Abhisheka's sake, he did it for his own tapas charya and left. So, be swayam udhrutam toyam pratadesham karishyati. It will set the order for my vratam of the Aranyavasa going forward. Macha Lakshmana Santapam.
Macha Lakshmana Santapam.
Karshi Lakshmya Viparyaye.
Karshi Lakshya Viparyaye.
Rajyam va vanavaso va.
Rajyam va vanavaso va.
Vanavaso mahodayaha.
Vanavaso mahodayaha.
Abba, what a statement of Brahma. He's saying, Lakshmana, ma santapam karshihi. Hey, don't get into this tormentation, lamentation. Don't get into crying. Ma santapam karshihi. Why? Lakshmiyaha viparyaye. Of the Lakshmi, of the loss of Lakshmi. Rajya Lakshmi here. Of the loss of Rajya Lakshmi, don't get into grief. Why? Rajyam va vanavaso va. Whether we get Rajya or Vanavasa, doesn't matter. In fact, he's trying to shade Lakshmana by saying, Lakshmana, Rajyam va Vanavaso va, hey, whether it is Rajya or Vanavasa, Vanavaso Mahodayaha. Hey, Vanavasa is much more enjoyable, Lakshmana, because if we are in Rajyam, oh my God, so much of responsibility, so many meetings, Baitak ke liye Baitak, meeting for planning meeting all the meetings and hearings. Oh my, and sometimes wars, so much of stress we have to take. Vanavaso Mahodaya. And let's enjoy Vanavasa, no responsibility. All we have to do is just protect ourselves at the most from animals or Rakshasas. And that we can easily protect ourselves. Vanavaso Mahodaya. Rajyam va Vanavaso va Vanavaso Mahodaya. He's saying, concluding it with some, shedding thing, chiding, they call it. Na Lakshmanasmin khalu karma vighne.
न लक्ष्मणास्मिन् खलु कर्म विघ्ने
Mata yaviyasyati
माता यवियस्यति शङ्कनीया
Daivabhipanna hi vadatyanishtam
दैवाभिपन्ना हि वदत्यनिष्टम्
janasi daivam cha tatha prabhavam.
जानासि दैवं च तथा प्रभावम्.
So Lakshmana, asmin karma vighne mata yaviyasi mata atishankaniya. After all this lesson that I taught you, Lakshmana, all this Rama Gita that I taught you, Lakshmana, asmin karma vighne, in this hindrance, in this obstruction of this Rajyabhisheka that was supposed to happen, Yaviyasi is younger, the younger mother, because Kaikeyi is the youngest of the three mothers. So Yaviyasi Mata na atishankaniya. Hey, she should not be blamed for it. She should not become the reason for blame and complaints or grudges. Daivabhipannahi vadati. Hey, this is a divine probably force because of which anishtam vadati. Even this displeasing sentence that she gave to us, there is no other reason that she has done it. Don't blame it on her. It is a divine reason which has forced her to say that way. Janasi, you know it. Daivancha tatha prabhavam. It is only Daivam that has influenced Prabhavam, influenced her to say this harsh sentence to us. Let her not be let her not be blamed for that. Ityarshe Srimad Ramayane Valmikiye Adikavye
Adikavye
Ayodhya Kande
अयोध्याकाण्डे
Vavimsha Sargah.
सर्गः.
Can anyone say Shanta Mantra?
Yes, Magaji. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kasyid Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Dhanyawadaha Magaji.
Now do you understand why I called it Rama Gita? I am really excited. See, Bhagavad Gita I have studied several times, but that is a third person teaching. A third person teacher teaching, well, he is teaching. You can probably, you will not be so much convinced to follow it right away. But if a victim is teaching you, having practiced it, it becomes an immediate path to follow the action. And that is why I am very, very much excited that Rama, being a victim, is teaching the lesson of how he has overcome the situation with what lessons that he learned and applied. And so I thought this is the easiest role model for us to follow, to remember and follow. Hey, Rama said these quotes, and he said that is why he could overcome that grief. Nothing for us, man. We can easily overcome. With that,